Hail to thee, my kindred. I hope you're all having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, and night, wherever and whenever you are. I don't know why I sing-song that last part right there. What the hell just happened with my mouth? An accent. An accent just happened. And I don't know why. Why like a southern accent? That doesn't even make any sense. But okay. How are you all? My loveliest kindred. My kindred. Kindred of mine. Mine of kindred. Of kindred mine. I don't know what other combinations I can make with those three words, but I think I've made enough. I have been dandy. Fine and dandy. Woke up a couple of hours ago instead of like 30 minutes prior to stream this time, so that's an accomplishment and a half. Didn't really figure out what I was gonna do today, to be fair, so a lot of that time was spent doing chores, basically. Well, I eated. I've eaten, and then I had to do a chore that lasted me a good hour. I had to make sofrito, so yes, that was time-consuming as all hell, and I do not like any kitchen-related chores. They are all very... They make me want to throw something, and that something is myself, but that's alright. That's a-okay. No need to worry about such things, because it's done, it's over with. Even if it was only one task. Still took me like an hour. Because I had to dice up all the damn things, and it was a lot of things to dice up. And then I had to put the things in the blender, and then blend them. And then repeat, because I had to do it one at a time. Couldn't put all the things in there all at once. Or chop all the things down, and then put them in the blender. Had to be chop things. Well, first put some water in the blender. Chop stuff. Put thing in blender, blend, chop more stuff, dice stuff, put it in blender, repeat like a couple of times with different things, and then voila, finally pour all that stuff into a container, put the container in the fridge, and then, blah, finished. Except you have to clean the blender, and that, to be fair, that's pretty easy. Pretty easy. I did watch Mercy today as well. He was playing... sorry about that. He was playing... What's that game called? I forgot. I forgot what it was called. It's right there. It's in my mind. Like, I have the game imagery in my mind, but I don't have the name. Yeah, it's gone. It's gone. Ain't nothing I can do about that. I will probably remember it, most likely, a little later, but I don't know. You have to be patient with me. Very patient, please. What else has yours truly accomplished as of today? Damn. I remember doing something else. Once again, I did not write down anything for this fine day. It is a Sunday, to be fair. And Sundays are the days that people relax. Oh yeah, I don't have to worry about tomorrow too much. Tomorrow I do not have my morning duties. So that's cray. That's pretty good. I would say pretty good. So maybe I'll stay up and do a little something. Don't know what, but a little something. Just another stream of some kind. in the earlier time. Of what? Who knows? But something. I did see that Capcom made a little. I don't know if it was Capcom that made it or if it's something else. But apparently, I've seen a couple of Hollow Live clips where the girls are playing Monster Hunter and they've got like a toggle to pull up their little cat person onto them, which I imagine was given to them by Capcom. So I assume it was a most likely a sponsorship type of thing going on there. I don't really actively watch the Hololive girls. I just know of what they do because they're everywhere, of course. That's really it. Still cool that they have that though. It's pretty cute. I got my tea next to me. And it's cooling down because I made it in the last 10 minutes prior to stream. So there is the liquid. And I have to wait and I cannot drink it. And I want to drink it, but I cannot. Even though I really want to drink it. I just can't drink it. Quite unfortunate, I'd say. You know what else is unfortunate? My brain power. I wonder what shark tastes like. I haven't eaten a shark yet. Or maybe I have once before. I, honest to God, cannot remember. I think I ate something that somebody told me was a piece of a shark, but I don't really know whether to trust that or not. So, well, you know how it is. You know how it is already. I would like to try some though, because I do want to know what a shark tastes like. Probably tastes like garbage, because I know folks eat alligator or crocodile, and they say that it's basically chicken but gummier or tougher or whatever the hell, and they do not enjoy it. So I can imagine that shark likely is a similar thing, except it's more fish flavored and equally as gummy, perhaps. Who knows? I guess I could look it up. There's nothing stopping me from looking it up. What the heck is Aeromachina? That's a trailer. Gonna watch this trailer real quick because I am curious. Oh. Are we back to proper work? Are we fine? Bandwidth? I think it might be one of those days for my bandwidth where it just decides to perish without giving me any heads up, warning, whatever. I don't even have anything in the background like it usually complains about. I suppose it is just, I mean, it is a Sunday, but still, it's been fine for the last couple of weeks. The last couple of weekends haven't been giving me any trouble with the bandwidth, so I don't know why now it's deciding to be itself again. Well, hopefully that doesn't continue for the rest of the stream. Otherwise, I'll have to make it real short. What was I doing again? Nothing. Exactly. I was watching a trailer. Some random trailer that came out 2 weeks ago of some game that I have no idea what it's about. Aero Machina. You're apparently some kind of like little aircraft guy. I don't know. It's kind of got that PS1, maybe PS2 kind of style to it. Seems pretty cool. At least fun. Fun, I would say. Cool, maybe not so much, but fun. Wishlist. Okay, so they do not have a release date as of yet. They do have... You can wishlist it, though. So... Okay, the alpha demo is coming out soon, apparently. That makes sense. I feel like a... I don't know. I know that a couple of days ago I mentioned I was gonna maybe try and use Restream, but I don't know if I can handle that. I'm contemplating it. I'm contemplating it pretty roughly. Not because there's any inherent problems with the idea. It's just that I don't even know if I want to be like that kind of dual streaming. I don't know if dual streaming for me would work out because I only have like so much ability to look at chats and whatnot, right? I have my phone, which I use obviously when I'm playing a game, and I have to look at, I can only use that for one chat specifically, right? And so I'm a little bit concerned about that. Not only that, I don't know if having that ability to stream to 2 different websites, if it's going to cause any internet related issues. And as well as just like audience problems. I'm not too certain that, you know, because I don't want any damn kids slithering their way into my streams, man. That'd be a little annoying to deal with. It'd be smart to like have both YouTube and Twitch streams, but not sure how that works, and I'd have to figure out a day to test that out. It concerns me a bit. I didn't get to work on some stuff that I was trying to work on. I was gonna work on it today, but like I said, today I had a bit of some chores to do. Probably had a little time in between when I ate breakfast and the chores I had to get done, but you know, I didn't know I was gonna be doing chores in the first place. Therefore, I did not prepare for that. Would have done the stuff that I wanted to do a little bit earlier. Didn't even get the time to prepare for this stream. Prepare something or another. I don't think we can just chill. We can just vibe and chill and whatever the hell comes up to mind. I got this like last bit of toilet paper just on my desk for my sniffly nose. Because we only got tissue paper. I don't know why we don't have tissues. We should have tissues, but we don't. and that bothers me because I always need it. I need like a little box with me, or those little plastic little, I don't even know what to call them, that have tissues in them. Need one or the other. Either would be nice. Preferably those tissues that are extra soft. Cause if you just get the normal ones, they'll dry the hell out of your nose. And then you'll suffer the consequences of having a dry ass nose. I ate grapes today. I did not know we had grapes. I might eat more grapes later. Just saying. They were tasty. Green grapes. Didn't know I had them. But they're there. The matriarch reminded me of them. And I was like, oh, I didn't even remember that we had them. She's like, well, you remember we went to the store? And I'm like, no, I don't. If I did, I wouldn't be saying that I didn't remember having grapes in the fridge. She's silly like that. I tell her exactly what's what, and then she questions what's what, and I'm like, girl, I just said what the issue is. I don't know why you're asking what the issue is. Okay. There's like a zombie game coming out called Plural Typers. I don't know if it's a multiplayer thing or a story-driven game or something, but it's basically like that one other zombie game that you have to like type stuff in order to like shoot the zombies. And in this game, it seems like you have to do a similar thing, but it's in third person rather than first person. So I don't know if you're able to just move around and do as you please, pick up stuff, that sort of thing. The launch trailer's right there in front of me. It's called Blood Typers. So I'm unsure of the nature of this. It seems like a multiplayer game. Yeah, it's a co-op game. Type to explore, move by typing. Okay. So in order to do everything, you have to type, apparently. Interesting method of gameplay. Seems to be all kinds of monsters, not just zombies, but zombies seem to be like the majority of the creatures you might be throwing hands with. Oh, it's out. Huh. It says February 20th, 2025, and that's like already passed. I did not know. I do wonder how much the game cost. Because that looks like an interesting game. Fun one. $9.99. Hush, hush. I don't like the Twitch, not the Twitch thing, what do you call it? The Steam thing where when you pull up certain games, sometimes there's like, they just pop up a little stream of it. Like, I don't need to watch somebody else on Steam of all places to know that I want the game. Blah, blah, blah. System requirements are pretty low, relatively speaking, anyways. So it might be worth getting. Maybe worth getting. Don't know how much space is needed though. Okay, not a lot. 1,536 megabytes apparently, which ain't nothing. I mean, it is nothing. Don't tell me the bandwidth is... No, okay. I saw my Twitch stream sort of dying and got a little panicky again. But it wasn't the bandwidth this time. It was just Twitch on my end deciding to be. I really don't know what I'm gonna do today. I guess I could work on some stuff in the background, just fiddle around with the other things so that I can just have them done. Have them done, not need to worry about a single thing. Now let me refresh my Twitch before I do anything, just so that I can take a peek. It is not my day. Or maybe it is. Maybe this is just a convoluted... Nope. Twitch is just making my stuff load on my end a little slowly. That's fine. As long as the bandwidth is fine, then I ain't got a problem. And I put up Canva. Need to make sure I create the conceptualization of 2 other gelatos, so that I may have them all organized and whatnot. I guess I could just copy this and then... Well, let me rename this one. Nope, okay, that's not how that works. Okay, there we go. This one's number 1. Let me copy this, make a copy of it. Yep. Then I can just call this one number 2 and then start off with that one, doing whatever the hell. Gotta look up a bunch of photos because I still don't know exactly what I want to go for the second version of Jolly. Third one is very basic, but the second one's gonna be a little bit hard for me to actually find the things I want to find that reflect what I want. Surprises Twitch is still... I mean, it says the connection is stable, so I don't know why on my end it's causing me issues. Or it's just perpetually loading, unless I refresh real quick. That's fine, I guess. Now, what do I want to go for? First of all, erase this first bit, because this will just be Gelato mood board number 2. And the second Jolly ought to be more of a little warrior man. Little warrior man. So I gotta find pictures that reflect that. Probably gonna be more wild looking. Guess I'll go to Pinterest, I suppose. That's where they got a bunch of pictures, no? Pinterest gets a little annoying to use, if I'm being honest, because it'll just sometimes not function for no inherent reason. That is not how you spell what I want to spell, and instead of deleting just a word or a letter, it decided to delete the whole word. Okay. Now, what specific look do I want to go for is the question. What kind of, like, how bare is my boy going to be? It's essentially the question I have to ask myself. And where are certain things going to be? Because when it comes to making any sort of character, especially when you show on screen, the top half has to be where you focus on the most, because that's where most of the stuff that's going to be seen is going to be placed. Or has to be placed, essentially. Not going to, it has to be. There are some pretty cool sets of drawings here. Because to be fair, we do have a fair amount of depictions historically of like Bronze Age warriors and whatnot. It's just that we don't have the actual things themselves, the actual pieces. Because a lot of the armor was probably leather and something else. We do have some depictions of essentially a guy in like full plates of bronze layered on top of something. I think that's more of a Mycenaean look. It really depends where you're talking about in the early, not even early, but you know, just the Bronze Age in general. Because most of the time, a warrior of that time would have just had a spear, maybe an axe, and maybe a leather shield, and that's really it. They had funny hats though, funny little helmets with pointed tops, like a little arrowhead almost, or I guess not even a big arrowhead. It would have just been a big arrowhead. Swords weren't really much of a thing either, and their axes do look a little funny. So I do plan on having him be, you know, this version of Jalado having an axe, but one that is definitely not of the style of the time. I'm wondering whether he should have a shield or not as well. I don't know. I don't know what exactly I want to go for. Especially when it comes to a helmet. I have an idea for like the face and like just the head in general, but not the body, if that makes sense. I don't know what this drawing's about, but that's cool. Okay. Let's see which one of these. Maybe starting out with the head would be easier than trying to start with the body. Let me see if my tea's cooled down as well. Feels a little cooled down, at least by the temperature of the cup. Yep, we're good. No, that picture doesn't really vibe with what I want. I guess I'll just look up helmet specifically. That would dwiddle things down. But I also have to... I just have to remember that hair is a thing, right? So we're gonna have to both jollies will have the same, you know, kind of hair. So I have to see something that matches up with that. And this helmet's alright, I guess. Some of the pictures showing me I know are from later times and not the time I'm, like, looking into. But I suppose it's meant to be inspired by it. It doesn't have to be inherently the same thing. That's a 7th century thing. That's definitely not what I'm looking for. I guess this picture thing is a good example, but there's a bunch of pictures there. A bunch of different helmets. So if I try to take a screenshot of it, I think I'll just end up with something that's too pixely. It is a good thing that a lot of these helmets have horns, though. At least some of them, not all of them. Depends, I guess, on where you're talking about. Take a screenshot of this one then. Okay, if only the screen was a little lower. Taking screenshots like this is a little annoying. Okay, there goes one. Gonna try and at least get three images per, I guess, piece, if that makes sense. One of the things about like ancient armors and whatnot is that they were very colorful with it. Even back in the Bronze Age, there's at least the theory that they were, they had red, at least. Reds and blues were kind of a thing in those days. Kinda. I guess it really would depend. Like I said, there aren't that many archaeological examples that we could find outside of art, really. This one looks kind of cool. Let me screenshot this guy because he looks kind of cool like that. Okay, that's one for the upper body, I guess. Still need to look for a couple more helmets to just take as little examples. Good thing I don't have the screen showing what I'm looking for, because sometimes Pinterest will just show you a little statue and you know how those statues were just bare. Twitch might tweak out on me if I were to have shown that, even on accident. I guess this example is fine as well, but it's not my favorite. It's not my favorite example. Is this the back of that? Kind of looks like the back. No, that's... Let me take a screenshot again. Is there a way for me to scroll while I'm taking a screenshot? Not really. Okay. What's this? No, we don't want to do that. No, that's the same one from a different angle. I see. No, get that thing out of the way. Why does that explore button have to be there? Get out of the way, please. Thank you. Okay. Let me try to do this now. There we go. We got a second Pisa armor for the chest. Still not that many helmets, but okay. Not sure what we'll do about the lower half of the body. What we'll use as examples. The axe, I think, is gonna be the hardest part, honestly, to try and look examples of. Or I guess you can't really, but I'm sure there's probably something similar to what I'm looking for. Oops. Excuse me. Just had to burp there. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. We are forever scrolling. Okay, some of these breastplates look pretty cool, but they're not from the era I'm looking for. Alright, the boar's tusk helmets. Those are pretty cool. Very simple, though. So I don't think I'll use that as an example. That reminds me of the fact that in Homer's The Odyssey, or was it the Iliad, one or the other, there's, the description of a boar tusk horn, but they had, at the time they would have had no idea what that would have looked like because of the fact that by the time Homer had been writing down the stories, like, those kinds of helmets would not have been made anymore. They would have gone out of style a long time before then. But the fact that that detail still existed is pretty cool. Why are helmets difficult to look for? Maybe I gotta go back a little bit. There we go. I don't know how real this example is. This kind of looks fake. Like, not real. Let's take a look at it. You know what? This one's not a bad example. If only I could get it right as I want it. Okay, now this is a good place to place a screenshot. Okay, maybe, nope. Okay, that is not what I meant to take a picture of, but sure. There we go. Now the photo is clear. There we go. We got 2 helmets screenshotted successfully. And I don't really see another example that's aesthetically pleasing to the eyes. So there are a couple of helmets there, I think, from a later period of time. And that's really the issue, even though they look cool. Maybe I should look for one of these simpler Greek helmets from the... I don't know if the Mycenaeans had anything that looks similar to what the later Hellenics had. They probably did. I mean, they had come from somewhere, right? So there's probably something. Let's see, Corinthian, and then later Corinthian, early classical, right? The classical. I forget what periods are which, because I know there's like the Mycenaean, there's the Hellenics, the classical period. — 700 BC, 500 BC. Wait, that's different from when this other picture says. Oh no, it is correct. Okay, never mind. I guess this is fine. I'll take a screenshot of these both, and that's it for the helmets. I do have to categorize things though. Categorize the photographs so that I can have them in their proper placement. Where's my folder? First I have to go to gallery, I guess. Let's put this one there, this one, and this one. Then go there, screenshot, we'll just call it Helm 1. Helm 2. And then Helm 3. Okay. Place all of these in the same folder. Then bring this to downloads. Bring that to downloads. Where's the other one? Okay, which one's this one? Alright, where's the other one that I dragged into the same place? Okay, there it is now. So, just one. And then just 2. Drag those 2 into that folder. Go back to look for more stuff. Guess I should look for some lower body stuff as well, now that I think about it. That would make my life a little easier. We can worry about the more specific items later, after I find the proper clothing articles. I do think when it comes to the horns, though, I'll be kind of using these forward-facing horns that I kind of currently got right now. Now my head. I am thinking of this from the wrong angle, though. Maybe the only armored part should be the head? I'm actually not too sure. Damn, why am I feeling kind of like a little hungry? Like I just ate a while ago. I know it wasn't like the earliest time ago, but I ate. So I don't know why I'm feeling a little bit grumbly down there. Let's see. Is this the kind of leg wear I want my guy to have? Not really. Guess I'd have to think about it from the waist down, huh? Like I said, the bottom part is less important, but I do want to have at least a couple of images so that, you know, it is known. Like what the rough idea is. Because that's the whole point of a mood board, I guess. Kind of like this guy. Okay, this picture's grainy as hell though, so that's not a... I can't screenshot that, otherwise it'll be even grainier when I put it on my thing. Okay. Let's see. That one's got a different set of armor on. Okay, maybe if the pictures weren't so damn blurry. There has to be pictures of these same dudes, but somewhere else. Let me see if I can find those. Alright, can I reverse image search this maybe? Search image, similar results. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay, I'm at least glad they have that feature on this damn website so that it makes it a tad bit easier to know what is being looked for. Why is there so many grainy ass pictures? They gotta have some less grainy pictures, please. I beg of thee. Let me find the less grainy pictures of the things I'm looking for to make my life easy. Heavens above. Okay, that's not it. And I have to unclick from that. Oh, this is good enough. Oh, hold on. Let me redo that. Okay, that's one lower body image. Trying to look for some other ones now. 2 to go. Oh, I accidentally X'd out of my own Twitch thing. What the hell was that for? Whoops. Okay. We're back. I've brought it back. I'm good. Alright, keep looking for photos. Keep looking for the damn photos. Maybe I'm just being too picky when it comes to these images. A little too picky. That one's too grainy of a picture. Okay, so we're seeing the same problem like over and over again here. Like every time I do see something I like, I'm like, okay, let me click on this. And then when you zoom into it, when it does a little zoom in, it's like, nope, too damn grainy. All right, this one's fine. So now we got second photo. Just need one more for the lower body and then that's it. After that, should be a hell of a lot easier to find what I'm looking for. Because all the other things are more fantasy-esque. Hey, let me stretch a little bit. God dang. Weather's kind of been a little alright. It seems to be warmer in the day. I mean, this is gonna sound like redundant, but it's warmer in the day and then way colder in the night. Like, by a lot. There's a large disparity. Because in the morning, or sorry, in the day, it feels like it's in the 30s and 40s, and then it just drops down to the 20s at night, which is wild because you remember yesterday, the day before, when I said it was like 50 something? It was during the day, in the 50s, but then it lowered way back down to the 20s, which was a bit of a surprise. You know what's weird to think about? There was a point in which underwear didn't exist. That's kind of weird to think about. And yes, I understand people use just a cloth, right? To wrap it around yourself down there. But like sometimes you didn't, you know? Some people just wore their like tunics and that was really it. You had nothing covering your balls. Just your tunic. me take a look at this photo. Not really a photo, a drawing, I guess, of a bunch of dudes together. See if there's any particular part that I can kind of snap a screenshot of. Where was it? It was just here. Don't tell me it just like disappeared. Just because I scrolled past it. Another thing I dislike about Pinterest is that it'll sometimes do that. Like you'll scroll past something and then you're like, you know what, let me go back up there and look at that one photo. And then it's not there. Here it is. Okay. The way they have them all smiling while they're like attacking whoever the hell they're attacking. Oh, it's like a recreation of the Greek heroes, basically, but in like historically accurate armor, which is cool. That's pretty neat. Kind of like Agamemnon's whole drip here. Might just screenshot him in full, actually. That's a little bit annoying. Okay, let me redo that screenshot. There we go. It's gonna be grainy as hell still, but that is the best I can do for this. So we'll go back here. And gallery. Put it there. Second one there. Third one there. Okay. First one's the Agamemnon one, right? Let me take a look at that. Okay, whole body. Let's call this lower body 1. And then lower body 2. Take all this, place it in there. What other images did I say I was gonna need? I don't know, but I would like to use the restroom, so that's what I'm gonna do. I return. I return, and I am not tired. I did run out of tea though, so that's unfortunate. I will not be making more until after stream. Probably. Depends on how thirsty I get. I don't think I'll be too thirsty. Although I've only drank in like 2 mugs worth of liquid. Sam, hail to thee. How are ya? You were waiting for me? Ah, aren't you just pleasant? I'm currently just working on some stuff in the background. Trying to get a couple of mood boards done and over with. Because I forgot, well, I couldn't do them today before stream, so I'm just doing them now. Because I had chores. You're good? How am I? I am doing pleasant. I woke up a couple of hours prior to stream instead of like only an hour or 30 minutes. So there's that. That's an accomplishment. Watched a mutual of mine stream for a while, and then what else? I like had it in my brain, but I didn't. I lost it. You are trying to decode languages. As in trying to learn them from scratch, or just like what do you mean by decoding languages? I had sleep. You had none. Oh no. Oh goodness, Sam. Sam, you can't do this to yourself. You can't keep doing this. Oh, video game languages? I see. That makes sense. That makes a lot more sense than trying to decipher like an actual language. I was gonna say, like, why would you be trying to decipher an actual language? But then, that makes more sense now. Like, if that's one way to learn like an actual language. Just trying to learn it from scratch. Just no tools, no online tools, nothing. Just hearing it alone. That would be an insane task to perform. But I guess if babies can pull it off, so can we. In theory, it would just take a couple of years. I forgot what other images I was gonna look for. What do I already have down? Let me look at the mood board folder. Okay, the helmets. A bit of lower body, the chest. Horns, that's right, the horns. The mighty, mighty horns. This ain't exactly what I'm looking for, but it's close. I'll probably show it when I'm kind of done with this. Show the mood board real quick. And I guess the normal jolly one as well. Then I gotta get going on the third jolly. Just kind of placing down the ideas onto quote-unquote paper, even though it's digital. Yeah, so that I have a more solid idea of what each gelato looks like. You've decoded the writing in Guardians of the Galaxy, the Pokemon Unknown writing, which is easy, the Junimo writing in Stardew Valley, and the Draconic languages in Skyrim. Oh boy. It must be fun if you're just doing it over and over and over again. Not the same language, obviously, but just different ones. I would probably run myself up the wall trying to figure that out. I'd just be Google searching everything. Just Google search after Google search. What are they saying? I need to know. That kind of stuff. I'm a little impatient, as you can probably tell. Just a little. Then you can write in them. That's true. I guess that's the fun part. You can just write little esoteric messages that no one else will understand unless they also know the language. Just be like, fuck you, Mr. or Mrs. I don't know, Baker. And you just slip that note into their mailbox and they'll never know what it says. They'll be like, it's demonic. It's demonic writings. Freak them the hell out. Is that how I spell character? Well, it will be, because I decided that's just the way it is. Ooh, some of these characters have got cool looking horns. Alright. This cosplayer has horns coming out of her eyes. I don't even know how that works. You sometimes have to double check Reddit because people there do the same thing, but you normally just run around in the games trying to find where the things are written. True, I guess the difficult would be if you were trying to do it without help would be straight up, what does each word say, right? Because if you don't ever get an in-game hint of like, oh, this word means this or this word means that, then you're literally like just looking at symbols. You might be able to understand how to order the symbols, but not what the symbols are saying. Feels like a rather complicated thing. Too damn complicated. Let's see. Try not to get distracted by the pretty ladies. I guess these horns, what do you call that kind of style of horn anyways? So I like the way it's shaped. I guess it's the same one that I have. I don't know what that style is. I'll take a screenshot of it anyways, just in case. Bam. And then... ones that go more under and forwards. That one's good. Okay. See, the horns, I knew the horns were going to be easy to find. Easy peasy. The Guardians of the Galaxy ones you found while building Legos. The Pokemon unknown ones just looks like ours. Oh yeah, I kind of forgot what they looked like for a second, and now my brain remembers. They're literally just the alphabet. Just the alphabet, but funky looking, with an eye. The Junimo one you are given, but most people don't realize it. And the Skyrim one is the hardest because it's a phonetic. Yeah, I said it right like 3 times. I don't know why I stuttered there. Phonetic proper language. I suppose so. Yeah, that is true. I remember when I first played Skyrim, I was so interested in the language, but like I didn't know where to look for any translations or anything. I remember when there was a music video once that had the main theme, like the main song, in both the written, like the dragon language, and in English, and I found that so cool just because they had the actual written translations, and I was like, oh my god, this is the coolest thing ever. It's so cool as hell. And now you know why your girlfriend calls you a nerd. Well, if you didn't know, now you know. It It ain't too bad. It ain't too bad to be called a nerd these days. The main song is in their language. Yeah, dude, that shit's so cool. More games need to do that if they're gonna have a song that's like in like universe language. I just wish they put in the work. I understand why they don't. Putting like trying to create a whole language just for the sake of lore might be a bit rough, but you know it fits. It's just very, what's the word? It shows you care, I guess. Is one way to put it. Very immersive. That's also another word. I know how to use words. I know what words are. I just need one more image for the horns. Something that looks similar to what I'm wanting, but I can't find it. Maybe I should look up like a dragon or something. I know there's some dragons that got like 4 horns, and that might help me out a little bit. The way you found the language in was your spell menu. It has the shouts broken into words. Oh yeah, that's true as well. Yeah. It just straight up like, oh, this is the this shout. Then you separated the sounds and tested it. You are quite smart. I should pray that if I ever play a game that involves trying to decipher a language for whatever reason, that you are around. I thought about doing that for I was wondering, how do I say this? Words. Genshin Impact. You know the little Hillicher fellows? Every time you hear them, I'm like, do they actually have a language? I don't think they have an actual language. I think their language is literally just sounds. They might, because I know there's like one section where you have to figure out like what one of them is saying as like a little side thing. Not that I play the game myself, I've watched other people play it, and I've always been like, what are they saying, the little funky fellows? There's one all about that. You're getting it soon. It's called 7 Days to End with You. I'm gonna look that up. Kind of curious. 7 Days to End with You. Is it on Steam? I imagine it's on Steam. 7 Days. Okay, there it is. 7 Days to End with You. Anime woman on the screen. Oh, they have funny symbols. I see what you mean. Oh yeah, that's that's gonna be rough. What are they called? You'll see if it's decodable. It's just the Hilichurls. I don't know if they actually have a language though. From Genshin, I'm pretty sure they're just noises. They just make noises, and we're supposed to pretend that it's an actual language. I don't know how to spell Hilichurl. It's like Hilchur, something like that. It'd be cool, because the only reason I was thinking about that was because, funny enough, I wanted to like... it was when I was talking about like writing a fanfiction. It was... I was like, I kind of have like just the urge to do it. Just to like go off and do something dumb like that. Write an entire little story. And I was wondering whether they do have a language or not, which now I think they don't, but it would still be cool to just make one up, just for the sake of writing a story. Not that. How hard is it to find a character that has 4 forward-facing horns? Come on. There's gotta be one. Okay, let me look like a dragon, maybe. I did say that earlier. Dragon with 4 horns. Because that's probably the only way I'm going to be able to get something akin to what I'm looking for. People go crazy with dragon designs. Because they are dragons. Mighty, mighty things. How much is this game, by the way? Hold on. 7 days to end with you is $8. Alright. To know a language, know the world, and finally know you. That's a nice little sentiment, at least. I'm gonna put this in my wish list. Just in case I ever get the inclination to play it. There isn't a language decoded yet, but there is a mini dictionary, so you'll work from that. I see, I see. So there is something. Now it's gonna make me want to write again. Oh no. That's a demon. That's a cool looking demon. Or dragon people. Sick. What is this goofy ass image? I don't know who this artist is, but this artist it's just goofy. It's like another picture of like the same dragon people, but it's like it's like a dad lifting his kid up. You're gonna decode the Hellisho language? Oh no, I fed into your obsession of language decoding. Well, do tell if you ever figure something out. I am interested. I imagine it would be difficult, though, specifically for the Hellisho language, because of the fact that, like, unfortunately, the team behind Genshin doesn't really focus on the game, and they've barely done anything with the Hillashores, like, story-wise. You wish you would think they would, considering that the Hillashores, it doesn't work. I knew the fucking developers for that game were too lazy to actually come up with something that made sense. They don't have any patterns. Yeah, it's just made up gibberish, huh? Like I was saying, like, you would think that because, like, of who the Hillashores are, I don't know if you know who the Hillashores are, but the Hillashores are literally, like, accursed people from a dead nation. Who you would think, that would be kind of important, but, like, I don't think they ever really get much story focused on them in that game at all. Literally, the lore of their freaking nation is that it was brought down by the gods themselves. Because they were like a atheistic nation, and they did something that caused the gods to be like, damn, time to kill you all, I guess. Let's see. No, you know what? I'll work with what I have. Okay, let me post these photos onto the thing. Upload. Go to the mood board thing. Place all of these in there. No, actually, hold on. I forgot the other screenshots I had to make. And then put in the other folder. I almost forgot about those. Copy into this area, then copy this into that area. Let's just call them. Can I click on it? Thank you very much. How many other kinds of... Hold on. Horn 1, horn 2. Guess I'll call this one horn 3. And the other one, horn 4. Place those in there. And now I can place them in the uploaded files section. It's gonna take a little bit for these to all upload. Okay, this one is gonna be the armor corner, lower body pieces. Like that. Helmet can go up here. This part of the little screen. That helmet. Then this helmet. Shrink that image down. Probably keep it on this side. Chest plates. Gonna put them right here. I only have 2, so no need to worry about space all that much. Because I'll put them above this, so right here should be fine. Then what else do I gotta put here? Horns, that's right. The character with the funny horns, so that I know exactly what I am trying to do. Don't know when this version of Gelato will ever come out, but someday. Someday in the far future. Then I guess for a face, I forgot about the face and eyes, how that's gonna look. Gusha can mean vegetables or sad. Ika is bad person or enemy. In is prep. Kusha is little or weak. Kundala is life or live. Lata is water. Lawa is leader or lead. Mani can mean hard, hold, work, give, hand over, or labor. Mita can mean meet or happy. Mosi can mean meal or eat. And lastly, mono can mean cause or bring. That's all you know? That makes sense. I mean, that's something. That's a little something. It does tell us that, well, I guess certain words can have double meanings or associations, I suppose. I'm making that assumption based off of the one that meant meat and happy. Yeah, mita. That's a strange way to have a language. I mean, I guess it makes sense for them, kind of, considering they're like tribal, but still, I guess it's contextual. That's what I mean to say. It's contextual. Which, you know, contextual based. I don't know if I could really say that a contextual based language exists, but I guess like they kind of do. It's just not to that extent, I suppose. Not in that way, because I don't think that's how context-based languages work. Well, maybe they do. I don't know. You would know more than I do. You're literally the language person. You're the decoder of the ancient tongues. Still a cool little tidbit to know. I'll say searching for again. Face, that's right. Face. Guess the teeth for this jolly are gonna be wilder in nature. More animal than anything. Let me look up shadowy face. Does that really make sense to look up? Maybe. You're also assuming they would pick up words from human people. True, true. That's also, I guess the like conflict that there would be, at least in my opinion, because I kind of watched like a whole hour and a half of lore on just Genshin in general, would be the fact that like because of the fact that they are technically speaking of a people that once had a nation and a thriving civilization and are now tribals. Like, it makes me wonder whether some of their words would be from that era or whether, like, because, like I said, the lore doesn't really mention how much they remember or forgotten about. The assumption is they forgot everything from when they were human, so it's, like, confusing to know whether some of their words would be evolutions of words that once existed. So instead of being restricted to just those, they could say "I am Gusha," which would be "I am sad." That's true as well. I suppose that makes sense. It'd be like a weird mix of like known human language and then whatever evolution of ancient fuckery language they had from back in the day. That's just weird. It's such a weird thing to try and write with. Can you imagine trying to write that? There's probably some video on it. I swear there has to be a YouTube video on this. Let me see. Literal. Doesn't help that some of their like enemy types are literally other kinds of Halo trolls who makes little funny sounds that are supposedly languages as well. They wouldn't be saying "I am vegetable." Yeah, already looked, so you don't think there is? Yeah, I don't think there is neither. Still. I suppose that is like a good subject to make a video on. Like, what is the closest thing to like a dictionary that you could make within the like what you can gain from their, I guess, little sounds in game. You're just using your knowledge of human language development. That's true. That is. I mean, that'd be the only way we could really ever figure this kind of shit out. Not until like the developers decide to give a damn, I suppose. If they ever do, which the assumption is they won't really. They'll just do little funny side quests like that, where you'll get to exchange a couple of words and that'll be it. Now, let's see. OC. Now, these are images that I'm liking. Oh, some of them. Okay, maybe I can do the good old click on one and hopefully find another interesting similar thing. This one looks kind of cool. So let me do the magnifying glass thing, where you just shrink it to be around a certain area, and the thing should... Oh, nope. Okay, this much. Okay, some of these images are creepy, which is kind of what I want to go for. Like, if a kid spends time around two people who speak different languages, they will pick up bits of both. So if a Hallerschroll child hearing both humans and Hallerschrolls, they would learn a bits of both and mix them. If they have that intelligence, I mean, I suppose they may. They may. That's also in question. Is their intelligence? That's true. I kind of forget about that. I assume they have enough intelligence. I mean, if they can make shields and crossbows, at least in theory, I think they make crossbows. I don't know. Extrapolating that, they're making their own things, assuming they are, and not just ransacking it from some poor, I guess, weapons guy. Then yeah, that should be possible. I mean, the fact they have a language in the first place is kind of, means they're intelligent enough. Still, though, this kind of like thought process is so cool. It's like, what do they know? What don't they know? Would they even know human languages? Maybe they would learn some phrases so that they know what their enemies are saying, because the Halo trolls and people, as you can imagine, aren't exactly chill with one another. Practically, in part because nobody knows that they used to be human, and in part because the Halo trolls just kind of randomly attack people. At least as far as I know. You're a person who is interested in linguistics and human and animal development. I am too, at least within like a historical context, because I like history. Languages is still, like, every time I watch a video on like a language, it's very hard for me to comprehend, but I still like watching it. I'm still like, yeah, awesome, cool. The way languages just like transform is very interesting. They're very, like, it's very fluid in some ways, if that makes sense. And then sometimes there's just like random little things that just develop. Yep. Still though, if I ever I don't think I ever will actually try and write a whole freaking fan fiction just so that I can, satisfy my urge to create stuff. But if I ever do, that's definitely gonna be something in the back of my mind. I'm gonna be like, the Halo trolls. What do I do with them? Because I kind of want to make something surrounding them, because I don't ever see anything regarding them outside of explicit materials that people decide to make. So it's like, what would a story with them even look like? Okay, let me screenshot this real quick, because that's kind of what I'm looking for. Creepy little fucker. You're more of a whoa. People can have this problem in their brains. If this is the cause, there is a way to reverse it. How many people have had this and are there alternative causes? Lol, yeah. You can't blame the people. The people are lobotomous, they're quite active in their imagination. This is very well documented. Okay, got one image down of what I want this dude's face to kind of look like underneath the helmet. Need a little more. Maybe like one. That's just like a shadowy face. Maybe the previous one that I was looking at is good enough. If I can get off of this thing real quick. Okay, there we go. Screenshot. There we go. The people have wishes, and boy, are they fulfilling it. Are they doing their best to fulfill it? That they do. You and I can both agree on that remark quite well. If there's a will, there's a way. And if there's money, there's definitely gonna be results involved. Downloads. Screenshot. Okay, we'll call this Shadow Face 1 and Shadow Face 2. I can already hear my PC whirling for whatever reason. Yeah, it's my thing again. I'm gonna have to pop out of existence and then reappear real quick. Let's do this. Then pop back in. See if that fixes it. Literally turn on and back, turn off and on. Sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't. Alright, seems to be working just fine. I don't know why, but my program that I use makes my PC sometimes, like the GPU just starts going off. It's like a 99, and then I just have to like turn the program off and bring it back up, and then it just fixes itself. Maybe you should be a code detective. You could be fun, you know? Thinking about it now, these are more like just secret codes. They could be. I haven't, taken a look at it myself, but hey, I mean, it is the weekend. It is. I know it's Sunday, but I'm sure you could pump out at least a couple of theories by the end of the. Well, now that I think about it, it's probably already nighttime where you are. You have a couple of hours until 12, I assume. Maybe less than an hour. Who knows? Just pull an all-nighter. You already don't sleep. So what does it matter? I'm like making an assumption that you're going to sleep at some point. I know you won't. Okay, did I put them in the... No, I did not. Okay, shadow face. I forgot to put these on the mood board folder and then bring these two into that program and then just pop them down onto the thing. Most of them all go from our alphabets to there, except the Skyrim one. Yeah, I feel like they pulled a Tolkien with that one. They just made some shit up and went, you know what, this is pretty good. Back when they actually cared about making good stuff. How far that game series has fallen. Sleep? Who are they? Are they pretty? I heard that, sleep is a beauty. That's why people get their beauty sleep. Okay, gonna have to do this again. I'll have to keep an eye on this for a while. Just click on and off until it stops making noise. You need a date with sleep then? I think we all do. We need a couple of dates. One date a night would be pleasant. Is this all I want on my thing? My little mood board for the second jolly? Or do I want something else to be there? No, that's too much. The more tired you are, the more your brain works. I doubt that. I seriously doubt that. I think that you believe it works that way. I don't think that's how it actually works. I think you're gonna need to have a second-hand opinion on that, Get your girl's opinion on that matter. Ugh, damn, I'm cracking and popping like a bag of chips. There we go. I need to, like, stretch out. I gotta, like, stand up and stuff. Give me a second. I'm gonna use the restroom. I will be right back. Alrighty, I made my way back. Didn't get lost. That's good on me. What did you type out there? She said just went. You went through all middle school on no sleep and slept on weekends, yet you still got straight A's. Imagine what it would have been like if you actually slept. It doesn't matter how much you sleep, you're still a smartass. Well then, I guess you can function with and without sleep. Good on ya. Good on ya. I feel like still I personally just lost my intelligence as I got older. I feel like now I'm definitely less intelligent than when I was younger. And I was a little lamb pup. I was so smart. So smart. I would discover all sorts of things and be like so interested in all kinds of stuff. And I'm still interested in all kinds of stuff. I just cannot retain anything for the life of me. That's the issue I have in these days. All the information I try to put in there just kind of slips out. Unless I like actually give a damn about it. And that's all the images I want there, right? There's still a little bit of space. So maybe... Fair. You say that. But I feel like that's not a good thing. Because I did say yesterday that I plan now to try and do something that is quite the monumental task to me, which is try to learn German. I want to try learning German, and I'm going to try and do, I guess, a secondary stream every other day. Because if I don't do it on stream, I know I'm not going to hold myself accountable. And that's going to be a pain. But it should be at least a little bit fun. I should be, I don't know, well enough with it. As well as one can expect. You want to learn German too? Then hey, I think I'll do those streams earlier just to get them out of the way, essentially. Hopefully, I can sleep well enough so that I can retain information. But if not, then, well, it is what it is. I'm gonna show the mood boards I've gotten so far. Let me see, let me download this. And I gotta still do one for gelato number 3. I still also have to write down my lore, I guess. You can help me learn German on stream. I definitely wouldn't mind the help. That's for sure. I do watch a streamer that does speak German, so I might, I won't do it too much. I won't bother him too much, but I might pop in there, if he's live and be like, hey, do you know how this works? And hopefully he doesn't mind too much. Alright, downloaded those two. Go to OPS. And let's see. Guess I'll show the first mood board, which is just gonna be of the normal Jolly. That reminds me, I have to also write down my lore. I gotta actually get to it. Okay, this is a little bit big. It's gonna cover a little bit of my face. And El Pescado as well. But here's the first one. Here's oh, that's behind me. I forget that I have to put it right here. There we go. Here's the first mood board, right? The horns, the kind of eyes I want. All that kind of stuff. So this one's for me as I am currently, essentially. Just whenever I get another rendition of myself, I guess, is one way to put it. This is kind of the general hairstyle and all that stuff. And then for whenever I do the second gelato, is gonna be more, a more savage individual. So we're gonna have, this kind of stuff. And that's the second guy. And then the third gelato isn't even gonna be human shaped, so that one's gonna be very easy, conceptually at least, compared to the other two. Because the whole idea is that every gelato is just a shard of the whole. So we got the first one, which is me, then the other one, which is, I'm just calling him the savage, and then the third one, which is the primordial, quote unquote, which is why he's gonna be just straight up an animal. A whole ass ram wolf thing. How I'm gonna explain that in my own little lore, I don't know. That's gonna take a while for me to write down in a satisfactory manner. All the pieces are coming together. Now let me get on to mood board number 3. What's this? Make a copy, sure. Click. Okay, get this out of the way. I know I created a copy of it. I'm on it. Okay, 3. Erase this bit. Take all of this out of the way. You had to dumb your legs. You have to dumb your legs, but now your legs are twitching on their own? What do you mean you had to dumb your legs? What does that mean? You mean numb them? You had to numb your legs? What do you have to numb your legs for? Is something going on with your legs? Are your legs good? I hope they're alright. Oh, you numb your legs, okay. You had to numb your legs. Why did you have to? That's my question. Usually people don't try to do that on purpose, Usually it's a incidental thing that occurs. Okay, go back to Pinterest. Let's see. Hybrid. Let's see if I can get any photographs. Most of them are probably going to be more wolf than ram, but I'm looking for something more ram than the wolf. Because you have chronic pain, so you needed to do it so you don't feel it. Oh. Well, I'm sorry to hear you got chronic pains. That cannot be pleasant at all. You have fancy meds that numb everything from the waist down? Ah, I see. Alright then, that makes sense. Hopefully it's not too bad, but if it is, well, at least you got the medicine for it. I don't know what I'd do if I had chronic pain. I feel like I'd just start throwing hands at some point. Let's see. Well, you do when you can in the form of boxing. I suppose that's also the case, yeah? Yeah, it does remind me. There is another viewer that comes around every now and again, Reflux, who also apparently does boxing. So that's something you two have in common. Why is this poor sheep's eyes covered by their horn? That's kind of sad. That's a very unfortunate horn growth. Okay, none of these pictures are what I'm looking for, so I'm just gonna have to collage a bunch of things. And then just explain myself to whatever artist I ever present that to, which should be fine. I thought about doing boxing myself, but I never really got around to it. I was like, you know what? I'm actually too lazy, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna waste anyone's time, essentially. Oh, goodness. I forgot what I had to eat today. Right. I don't know why I forgot about that. Forgot I had food and what that food was. Okay, what kind of horns for? Let me look for a ram that's got... out horns might look good. Maybe. Maybe this one. This one actually looks pretty good. Okay, they're doing that thing once again where they have something in the way. There's random ass little words. That's a little annoying. Let me screenshot again. No. Okay, cancel. Screenshot. There we go. Boom. You need it because the town center you sometimes need to go to can get rough near the bars because it's Scotland. You know what? Understandable. You Scots are a little, well, hot-blooded, I suppose, when it comes to things. especially when drunk, which might be a bit of a stereotype, but I think, deserving. A deserving stereotype. Not the worst one to have, though. Not the worst, most certainly not. Okay, delete this image because I didn't even mean to take a photo of that. Rough around the edges after a drink? Yeah, that's one pleasant way to put it. Y'all are a little rough around the edges when you drink. Me, I'm the complete opposite. I get all cuddly. Okay, this one's good too. Take an image of that. Take this. Listen, all the men you've been related to have been alcoholics, so the stereotypes is deserved. That's so sad. That's so sad. I'm sorry to hear that. And well, it's true. It's either I get very friendly and cuddly, and I'm like all over the place though. It might be a little much sometimes. It really depends. Not towards strangers, because I would still, even when drunk, probably be far too anxious to just get friendly with strangers, but definitely towards anybody I know, I'm like trying to hug them and shit. I'm just having too much of a good time. I feel too good, too pleasant. Okay, download there. Okay, RAM 1 and the RAM 2. Then put these two in the mood board section. Yes, I understand. I forgot. Open up. Okay, place these two pictures in this corner. I'm gonna need some good photos for the overall shape of the third gelato, because it needs to look mighty and I don't know what else, stoic, I guess. How does an animal look stoic? Proud, maybe is the word I'm looking for. What is this photo? So goofy. It's just a little wolf is sticking its little tongue out. That's kind of cute. Wolf blip. I love it when animals is blip. Oh, not even just animals, characters. You see, if a character just goes blip, I'm gonna go wild. Like I did with Casper in that one game. I went wild when that man did that. I was like, I need this man now. Let's see. There's gotta be a picture of some proper chompers. Man, I feel like I gotta crack my neck again, periodically, in a specific spot. And I can't do it right now, because I don't have enough oomph for it. I do not have the oomph. What man do I need? His name is Casper, and he's from a game called A Date with Death. And he goes blip. I'm pretty sure I took a screenshot one time. Hold on. It's got to be around here somewhere. Is this one it? Let me take a look at this. Yes, it is. Okay, I know exactly which one it is. Hold on, I'll show it real quick. This, browse, downloads. Where is it? Where is it? Did it not go there properly? Okay, I don't think it went there properly. Let me try that again. Okay, it says it's in there. Is it this one? Yes, it is. Okay. Go here, scroll down. I think it's this one. There we go. Look at this man. Look at him blip. Look at him blip. I went wild when this man kept doing that. He did it a couple of times. And he's so fucking. I want to sink my teeth into this man. Let me put that picture away now, so that I don't go wild again. Give you? No, he's mine. He's mine. You hear me? Mine. I might get the DLC for that game, because the original game is relatively short, and it's free though, which is cool. But I do have DLC, and I might get the DLC at some point, so we can share. You can share vicariously through me. That's how we'll share. That makes it sound weird. You know what? Never mind. I just made that sound weird. Okay, let me keep looking for photos of this. Oof. Just okay, this is some random AI piece of work. I don't like that. Something normal. This is pretty normal. Alright. Take a screenshot of that. You didn't even notice. Well, I did. It was incidental. It was incidental. That's a crazy image. Is that just... Why is there the image I'm looking at right now of a Japanese man with a cigarette just riding a very small motorcycle that looks like a like a toy motorcycle? What is this ridiculous ass image? I don't even know if this man's Japanese or anything. I assume he is. He looks Japanese. And the photo itself looks like it's on a paper. So I don't know if it's from a book. Let me this screenshot whatever the hell this is supposed to be. This is the image I saw. Just randomly, this dude. Just he looks kind of cool, but like at the same time, it's like, what kind of shenanigans is he on? Where's this man going? What kind of business proposals will he make? Does he work for the Yakuza? He'll be right back. Alrighty. I shall see you whenever you return. I'll probably call that screenshot something different. Let me call it... long name, but that's okay. And then I'll put it in my funnies folder because it is a funny image. I think my thing is whirling again. Yes, it is. Okay, let's not exist and then re-exist. See how that works out. I also have to put the other two things. I forgot about that. Let me see. Did I put the screenshots down there? No, I didn't. Probably gonna wait until I get another one so I can at least have two screenshots of a mouthful of teeth, basically. I don't know why, but dogs and wolves, just like dogs in general, when they're playing around, look so damn scary. I think it's just like because of their teeth, you know? Even when they're just messing around, there's like a part of me that's kind of like hesitant, just a little bit afraid of their, of what they might accidentally do. Poor rascals are just messing about. But a mouthful of teeth is still a mouthful of teeth, you know? And that shit kind of spooky. Especially when they try to bite your face, like they just try to give you a little nip. It's like, relax, you know? Relax, settle down, hound. Hmm. Is this image even usable? No, that's blurry as hell. Skinwalker. Why is this image just called Skinwalker? That's kind of mean. There's a couple images here that are kind of usable. Like, I remember what I already got though. Okay, I got that, which is pretty clear. I think another one that would be... I need another one that's also fairly clear. Look at this fella. This fella looking goofy. Okay, bring that to the downloads area. Hopefully both of the screenshots went through. They did. Good. They did. Alright, we'll name this one. Nope, I want to rename it. Can I right click and rename it like that instead? Rename. Okay, there we go. That makes it easier. Upload files. Go to that mood board. Open up those two images. There we go. What else? I guess the body. I'm gonna need something to kind of make the body like understandable. So I guess I'll just use an image of maybe just yeah, just like a dog or a wolf just standing, just normal, kind of posed up. This one's prowling. I want one that's kind of standing. I need like a side profile, but one just standing kind of, how do you say? Just standing tall. Like a side profile. Maybe drawings would be a better representation if I can pull one up and use that as a reference of sorts. Let's see which one of these are good for that. Maybe I should look more for like a shepherd, since they have like a strong profile. Canine poses. Let's see what this brings up. You know, this is actually pretty okay. This fellow looks a little stubby in the back legs. I don't know why. Those two images work just fine. Okay, take these, place them. Well, first I've gotta copy them into the download section. Okay. Downloads, mood board. These two images, please. Bring those about. I'll make it a little small. I think the other one's gonna be a little long. Yeah. Maybe place this on top. I'll leave a little space. That's fine. And then what else do I need to think about? I guess maybe some height reference type of thing for this third form. Because he's supposed to be a big fella. Like a big fella. Why do I just have random, like, hairs on the sleeve of my arm? These aren't even mine. Must be because I washed them with somebody else's clothes. Okay, let's see. Can't find what I'm looking for. There was one image in the last section that kind of looked like exactly what I was close enough, not exactly, but close enough to what I wanted. Should have clicked on that photo and kind of gone down the rabbit hole, but that's all right. Now I just gotta find it again. That's just straight up a furry. Let's just click back. These are a good reference. I'll screenshot this. Voila. That should be that. Okay, download. Right here. Okay, I didn't do it right apparently. That's fine. It's just to get the basic idea down. Downloads. And I'll just leave this in the center, maybe around the center. as to not be too much in the way, or I could kind of place it right here. Mm. Yeah, right there's fine. It's not blocking much anyways. Could try to push these two photos up. No, I think the other way was better. Kinda. Maybe like this. Yeah, that's fine. Alright. Right there. Now leave a little bit of space for some things. This isn't perfect, but it gets the general idea. Maybe I should put some writing here and there just to specify certain things. But that's assuming I'm not gonna really talk to the person all that much. Which I definitely will be if I ever come across somebody that's willing to work on these things. Now I'll download it for now. If I make any changes to it, I'll just re-download it. Let me make sure all these three go into the same folder. I don't know why this one's all the way up there and the other two are at the bottom, but that's fine. It's all in the same folder anyways. Oh, opened up something I didn't mean to open. Here's the third, I guess, mood board for the third gelato. It's, let me shrink it down before I make it appear on the screen. It's a pretty basic idea, right? Just a big old... There's a couple of images of a wolf, and then the teeth, and then the head of the ram, and then just the size of the guy. It's gonna be a big fella. It's gonna be like basically a horse-sized thing. That's the idea. Big, imposing creature. Which, you know, fits what the idea for that version of gelato is supposed to be anyways. I'll work on the writing of the lore later, some other time, maybe not even today, but at some point I shall get to that. Now there's a Marble Rivals tournament, apparently. Cool. Cool. Didn't even realize that was going on. That's mainly because I don't watch Doki Bird, but still feel like I should have known. So what will Jolly do for the rest of the day? Jolly doesn't know. Jolly doesn't have anything to do tomorrow. Tomorrow, I guess I'll try get in early on some... You know, today I'll try to get in early on some eepiness. Assuming I will fall asleep at the appropriate time. And then that means I can wake up and then actually be rested. And then try to practice some German. And after I do that, I can... I don't know. I suppose... Well, I'll have to do the actual stream, which I think is Hilux. right? Yeah, no Yumituki because we already did that this week. So this upcoming week, this Monday, we skip Yumituki and we do Hylix, if I remember correctly. You're back. Sorry, the GF wanted to check up on you, make sure you'd eaten and had something to drink. That is no problem at all. No problem at all. No need to apologize. You take care of yourself, and that makes me happy. I am but a distraction, an entertainer, a guy on the screen. I did finish my third mood board. Showed it on the screen for a second, but I can show it again if you'd like me to. It's not much really, it's just the overall concept for the primordial gelato, I guess. Which is just big ram wolf. I just show it real quick, hold on. Bam, there we go. So like on the one corner you can see sort of like the size reference I'm thinking about. And then just a couple of photos of some doggos. You know, the teeth and then the body shape that I want. And then obviously like the head of the ram. And that's the general idea for the primordial gelato. And that's really it for now. For the time being, that is the 3 mood boards. And I'll work on lore writing some other time. Because that I actually have to think about. Obviously, lore isn't really important, but I want to write it because I feel like it'll make me feel. Oh, are we back to normal or no? Okay, I think the bandwidth is dying. Bandwidth, no, my bandwidth. I can't even spell bandwidth correctly. There. Spelt it in chat, just in case. No, we're back to normal anyways, never mind. Every time I put it in chat, every time I have an issue with the bandwidth, just in case. Just in case anything happens. But I guess we're back to normal functioning. That scares me. Nah, that hasn't happened in quite some time. It hasn't happened in a couple of weeks. This used to be a normal thing where just on the weekend specifically we'd have bandwidth problems, but then it was not that for a while and now it's kind of going back to that. I hope it remains stable. We only have a couple of minutes anyways to this stream. It stayed pretty normal for most of the stream, so I'm glad for that. There was only a hiccup in like the beginning and just now. My hand is cold. Sorry, I don't know why I had to mention that. I just felt like mentioning that. Felt like being honest. I gotta check if anybody I know is streaming today. Because if they are, might do a little, not know them. Some of them I know personally, others I just follow. Because I haven't done a raid yet. In my almost half a year of streaming, I've not done a single raid. The one time I did, I messed it up, and I didn't do it correctly. So we just ended stream. See, follows. Is anybody streaming? Okay, let me see. Scratch, is he doing anything today? I don't think so. Schedule. Nothing planned. Other person, I don't know when they stream because I was only on one of their streams once before. You're still writing in different languages. Your hands are always very hot. Yeah, I sometimes have this thing where like one of my hands is hot and then the other one is cold, and it's really confusing. And then sometimes you switch around. The other hand will be hot and then the other hand will be cold. And I'm just like, what's going on here? Like, did I place them? Sometimes I think it's just that I placed one of my hands in like my pocket, and obviously the one that's out here moving the mouse and whatnot is out in the cold. But I don't like consciously like know this, so sometimes I'll just like bring my hands together and just notice that one of them is way warmer than the other. It gives me a little bit of, not a fright, but just like a confusion. I'm like, what? When the hell did this happen? Okay, that person's not streaming. I think this one streams tomorrow. Yeah, this one streams tomorrow. You think that's cool? I guess so, in some way. At the end of the day, I'm pretty sure it all just has to do with oxygen and blood flow. Or at least that's what I know. Out of what I know of biology, which is not a lot. It's some, but not a lot. It's just that whether certain parts of your body are cold or hot has to do with just blood flow. Let me exit this out. I think Faye Flop is also streaming tomorrow. Oh, that's all the people I'm following. And the people I know are streaming today. I think out of all the people that I know of and am following, I am like the one that streams every day. Which probably ain't the best thing now that I think about it. But whatever. Works out for me. I am getting a little hungry though. I can feel the rumblies about to start. If only we had, like, pizza rolls, man. I want pizza rolls so bad. I want pizza rolls. But there's no pizza rolls. No, I have to eat normal, healthy food. Why? Why do this? So yeah, tomorrow I have to remember the schedule. The schedule is also on Twitch. So, just in case anyone is curious. Everyone you know is asleep, lol, because they are mostly UK peeps like you. Makes sense, makes sense. What time is it over there? It's a 3 hour, well, maybe not 3 hour. I don't know how many hours actually. 1, 2, 3, it is close to 12, right? Or past it. Get food. I will after stream ends in like 9 minutes. You don't know what pizza rolls are? How can you not know what pizza rolls are? Tostino's pizza rolls? You've never heard of those? I will find an image. I will find an image. I guess this one's good enough. Let's save image. Yeah, that's fine. Head over here. It's nearly 11. Oh, I see. 11. I forget, because one of my viewers is from, I think they're in Germany. And so, for them, whenever they're like mentioning time, it's like, oh, for me it's like 12. And I'm like, oh my god, you have to be sleeping. Then again, that one also doesn't sleep too often. I think most of my viewers are European. Now that I think about it. Most of my viewers have been European. Here's what a pizza roll is. Oh, can I move myself on accident? Right here. Okay, this pizza roll. They got cheese. You put them in the toaster oven or in the microwave for a while. And they're pretty good. I prefer them in the toaster oven. They get like kind of crunchy, but as the name would suggest, it's basically a little pizza with cheese and sauce. And if you get the pepperoni one, then it has small bits of pepperoni in it. You need like a good, I'd say, 20 to fill you up in one meal. At least for me, it's either 20 or 12 or 20, maybe 30, but 30 is a lot. It looks so good. I know, right? There, it looks so good. Not many people sleep on here. I suppose not. I just wish for you all to make sure you're at least taking care of yourselves in the food department. But I enjoy Tostino's pizza rolls so much. They're just good for like a weekend, or if you just want something quick and easy. You do have to remember to not leave them in the gosh darn oven, because, I am forgetful like that. Why don't we have this? I don't know. You may have them. I feel like you would. It kind of doesn't make sense for you to not. Maybe you just haven't had them in your stores, because even here, it's a little bit hard to find sometimes. But they do exist. Off-brands also exist of the same thing. I mean, I know, I wanted, when I looked at the picture of that thing you mentioned the last time, I forget what it was. It was like a dessert type of treat. I was like, damn, why don't we have those here? Sleep once every 3 days. I could try, but actually, the only, I wouldn't try not sleeping for 3 days. That'd be a little much. I think 2 days without sleep is what I can pull off normally before I just start. Because on the second day, I'm like on the verge of passing out. You don't? Maybe, I don't know. You have pizza pockets, but they are the size of a sandwich. I know a pizza, yeah. We call those hot pockets here. I'm pretty sure. The hot pockets. Those are okay. I don't like hot pockets because I like the bread that they use for that. It's just not my style. But those are alright. They are a proper, like, sizable thing. So they do feed. They feed oneself with those. They have a bunch of those too. They have one that's like Philly cheesesteak, I'm pretty sure. And that one's pretty damn good too. The Philly cheesesteak Hot Pocket. I like Philly cheesesteak. I've had a Philly cheesesteak, like a vegetarian one, and it's just filled with quote unquote vegetarian. The only difference is that it has mushrooms in it, but still it's like normally made like a normal Philly cheesesteak sandwich. God, I want to go back to that place and get another one of those. I haven't been to that store, that one shop in a while. You don't like the corners of pizza pockets, but the middle is nice. True. You know what sucks about Hot Pockets though? For whatever reason, they like it almost doesn't matter what you do with the microwave itself. If you try to microwave them, they always come out fucked up. It's always too cold and then too hot in certain areas. Like the center is cold, but the outsides are hot. If you toast them, it's different. Like if you bake them, basically. I say toast because I use a toaster oven, not the normal conventional oven. And that is for bread. And large pieces of meat. Not a small Hot Pocket. If you make them in a little toaster oven like I do, they at least warm up equally. It still takes a while. And it has to be at like a 300 Fahrenheit, which would be, I don't know, in Celsius. You never microwave them. Yeah, the microwaving them is a mistake. What is 300 Fahrenheit? Hold on, 300 F to C. 148 Celsius. That's what it is. I should have known. You just gotta half the number. Sometimes. You put them in the oven, never the microwave. Ah! Like I said, me too. Never in the microwave. Not again. Not that I have a choice anymore, because our microwave over here broke down. Well, actually, it caused an electrical outlet to, like, die, so we can't use that microwave anymore. It's been months this way. Months and months and months. What is this on here? Okay. Anyways, we have only a few minutes left. A few minutos left. And I suppose... What do I suppose? I don't know what I suppose. I suppose nothing. I will declare That's what I'll do. Declare that I shall leave thee be and be on my way. I hope you all have a great rest of your mornings, afternoons, evenings, and nights, wherever and whenever you are. May the gods bless you, and may the stars shine in your honor. Hopefully, maybe not. I shall see you all tomorrow for some Hylix. Hylix should be a weird one. Weird little RPG game. But I heard that the second one is pretty good, so I want to play the first one. You're so cold. Warm yourself up then, you dingus. Nah, but seriously, I hope you, take care of yourself, yeah? It's late. I know you don't sleep often, but at least try to take a nap if you can. I know it's not the best. It's like 30 Fahrenheit there. Yeah. Over here it ain't so pleasant either, but it is. These walls are thick, contrary to popular belief. Alright then, I shall leave you be. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.